Okay, check, check. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Crystal sparkle clear.
Okay, you're going to have to excuse me. Have a bit of a cough today. Today we're going to be starting prepositions. Before we look at any definitions, I want you to notice something important. Prepositions behave like determiners and modals. Now, in other lessons, we learned that modals and determiners have a lot of common. One of those things is that when new words enter the English language, it is very hard to have new words become determiners or modals. The grammar rules we learn for prepositions are going to be somewhat similar. There is a list of prepositions, and it's very hard to add new words to that list. But that list is over 100 items long. We're not going to memorize the list. We're going to look at the pattern. So today, before we start, any follow-up questions from last lesson? Nobody? Okay, let's get right into it then. Okay, prepositions. I am going to call these boxing words. You have seen these before. Textbooks usually do a very bad job describing a preposition, and it confuses students. So I'm going to take a totally different approach to explain it. Let me give you a few examples, and hopefully you'll be able to find the pattern with this. Let's start with this. The little dog listens. Mark down. Okay, we see the arrow going into dog. What kind of dog? Little dog. We can do that as a diagram also, like this. Okay, we would diagram this way. What dog? Little dog. But what other words can we use to describe dog? We can do here. What dog? White dog. When you diagram it, the word that describes dog goes on the diagonal underneath it. Okay, cute dog. Cute is a word that describes dog. So we have an arrow going here. What dog? Cute dog. Now let's try this one. The radio dog listens. Radio gives him information about dog. But here's a problem. Radio is not an information word. Radio is a noun. So like a noun, it should be placed on a flat line. We can't do this. Radio can't describe dog directly. But we know what it means, right? You know, what dog is it? Well, it's the radio dog. We can do that with a preposition. Prepositions will change nouns into information words like this. Okay? We have our noun and verb, and then the determiner. All of this together, the other three words, I'm going to put a box around it. And then that box describes dog. What dog? Dog beside the radio. It is three words, but it is one piece of information. It is one modifier. If we do that as a grid, we'll do here. Now, this is much better. Radio being a noun, radio is placed on a flat line. But you see, the line connects, they flow into each other. All of this is grouped together as one line, and then that line describes dog. Hey, let's start with a couple of examples. Doug, I want you to go first. How would you mark down this sentence?
I think I understand. Man and rain are nouns. Smiles is an action. There are two thee. In is a preposition, so I make a box. Then the box is information about man. Do I have it right?
Yeah, Doug, exactly right. In the rain is 3 words, but we put a box around it. It becomes one thing, and then that thing describes man. How would you do this as a diagram?
The course sentence is man smiles. I can stop here to check my work. And yes, it is a full idea. Counting word goes out here in front. Then the whole box goes on a single line.
Yeah, exactly right. Good job. Let's move on. Robert. Robert, can you mark down this sentence for us?
Beginning analysis from lowest priority lexical items. 2 determiners detected. The. 1 modal detected. Will. These items are removed from the structural core. Preposition detected. At. Preposition with its noun are grouped into a single modifier unit. This unit attaches to the noun. After removing superfluous units, only 2 lexical items remain, boys and fight. These must represent the subject and the verb.
Yeah, great work. Exactly right. Now do that as a grid.
Grid construction is as follows.
Yeah, exactly right. We can do our sanity check, remove everything else except the main slots. Boys fight. That is our main idea. What boys? Boys at the tournament. Go to this one. Alan. Alan, can you try here?
Okay, this looks easy. The nouns are man and horse. The word isn't an action, but I know that it's a verb. Counting items are the and a. The on is an information word describing the way the man is.
Okay, Alan, careful here. Let's do the check. The 3 slots are man is horse. That picture is not man and horse. Let's bring this in. This picture is man is horse. So your main idea is wrong. You've chosen the wrong 3 for your main slots. Want to try that over? Let's do this again.
Let me try again. It's still man is horse. Then the determiners. But on makes a box to contain the last noun. Then the whole box as a modifier. The preposition stops the noun horse from being the thing that takes the action.
Yeah, this is a very, very common problem. In later lessons in our advanced grammar, when we do phrasal verbs, this is going to become really, really important. But man is our main idea here. Horse is not the 3rd slot in a noun verb noun construction. Let's do this as a grid, okay? How would you do this as a grid?
Oh, this is tricky. It looks like I need the 3-slot grid, but horse is inside of the box. So really, this is a 2-slot grid. So it's man is. Then I put the here. And last, I put the whole box.
Yeah, much better. Good correction there. So let's move on to the next one. Poppy, I want you to try this.
Hey, this is just like the one Alan did. It looks like it's they fly moon. But that would mean that the moon is actually a spaceship, and they are the captains piloting the moon. So it's just they fly. Then across the moon is in a box like this. It describes how they fly.
Yeah, exactly right. And good work avoiding that trap. It is not a 3-slot grid because moon is inside the preposition. Let's do this as a diagram. How would you do this as a diagram?
It's they fly. What kind of fly? Fly across the moon.
Very nice work. Across the moon, it's all on one line. The lines are connected to each other, and everything together describes fly. Let's move on to the next one. Noah. Noah, let's try this one for you. Yeah, good work. We can have multiple different modifiers at the same time. His describes fist, and in the air describes put. So you can do a preposition info word and a regular info word both together in the same sentence. That's fine. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, how would you do this as a diagram? Great. His is a normal modifier, and in the air is a preposition modifier. Okay, next up, next student, Doug. I want you to try this one.
Well, I think the core sentence is just Earth looks. And I know that from the moon is a box. Small is information about Earth. Oh, I almost forgot the determiner. From the moon is. Oh no! The arrows cross each other. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right. Not a problem at all. It is completely fine to have the arrows crossing each other. That's not a problem. Um, if it bothers you, you might have one arrow going across the top, but this is perfectly fine. Yeah, modifiers can cross streams all the time. Won't make any problem. Um, do this as a grid.
The grid is easy then. If I don't need to think about the arrows crossing each other, then it's just like this. Right.
Right. Very nice work. Okay, let's go on to here. Robert, I want you to try this one.
Beginning analysis from lowest priority lexical items. 4 determiners detected. These items are removed from the structural core. Preposition detected in. Preposition with its noun are grouped into a single modifier unit. This unit attaches to the noun. Subroutine detected, both black and white are modifiers inside of modifiers. After removing superfluous units, only 3 lexical items remain. Woman hates woman. These must represent the subject, verb, and object.
Okay, great. Yeah, and you notice that subroutine. Black is a modifier inside of the preposition, which is a modifier for woman. So you can chain reaction those together and link them in series. How would you do this as a diagram?
Grid construction is as follows.
Yeah, and here we can see that chain reaction thing in much clearer example. Black describes dress. Dress is in the preposition box. The preposition box modifies woman. Okay, go on to the next one. So Alan, try this one.
Let me see. Nouns are Jerry, Tom, and cheese. Verb is runs. I can check my work here with Jerry runs Tom. That's not right. Or it could be Jerry runs cheese, but that's not right either. So it must just be Jerry runs. And I think everything else just modifies the verb. What runs? Runs away. What runs? Runs from Tom. What runs? Runs with the cheese.
Yeah, great. And as a diagram, how would you do this as a diagram?
Okay, I'm going to need a lot of space under the verb because there are a lot of modifiers. Jerry runs away. from Tom with cheese.
Okay, you forgot one part.
Oh, the determiner. I need to put the word the here.
Yeah, much better. Okay, and as we said in other lessons, runs has many modifiers for it, so we just make the line as long as we need to fill up whatever modifiers we have for that word. Going in next, Poppy. Poppy, I want you to try this one.
Let's see. Nouns are sailor and nurse, and street. Verb is kissed. The main idea is sailor kissed nurse. Then I can do all the count ideas. The. In the middle gets a box, and of the street gets a box. Oops, I forgot that one of the nouns is middle. So in the middle tells where the kiss happened, and of the street describes. It doesn't explain sailor, and it doesn't explain nurse. Ah, it's middle. What middle? Middle of the street, and that's all.
Yeah, good catch there. This is similar to what Robert did of having modifiers inside of modifiers. This is a preposition modifying a word that's in another preposition box. So how would you do this as a diagram?
Right. I'm running out of room. Okay, I think that's everything.
Okay, got it exactly right. And you can see in the bottom right corner there, you have a preposition modifying another preposition. You can link those and chain reaction them together. Okay, let's go on to this one. Noah, I want you to try here. Yeah, exactly right. And as a diagram. Yeah, and this is just like the one Poppy did, where you can chain reaction these preposition boxes. Of the house describes front, and in front describes stand. Okay, that is it for today. It's been a short lesson. Next week, not can't remember what's in next week. I will upload this to the YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel there so that when I do upload it, you can get notified. Don't post anything in the comments there. If you have a question, email that to me directly. Okay, think that is all for today. So, quick lesson. Bye bye, everyone.
Ending
Bye.
transmission.
Stay
Goodbye.
amazing.
Bye.
All right, see ya.